Good morning, good morning, good morning. That's not even how I talk, but that's how I feel. Welcome to, I think this is the first training for September, but I could be wrong because I have lost all concept of time. But this is Lucy Mitchell. I am the CEO and founder of Fierce and Beautiful Wellness, and I am so excited to be here with you all for the next 3 days on a topic that is so important. It is so close to my heart because I deal with it all the time. And that, my friend, is limiting beliefs. Now, I want to make sure that everyone, I don't see your comments because I'm not I'm using eCam to go live. So I would really love you just click that link. It gives permission. And that way, when you drop comments while I'm doing this live, I'm able to see who's commenting because I can't see who's watching or any of that other stuff. And of course, if you catch the replay, please just go ahead and drop replay, no hashtag. It messes with the algorithm. And that lets me know, because all of you that actually watched this will be sent a beautiful guided journal. It's got some journal prompts, some ideas on how to get to journaling, because that's what we're going to be talking about today. So let me pull up my notes because that's super important for me to stay on track. And let's get to it. So again, I preface this by saying limiting beliefs. I was just doing an Instagram story about limiting beliefs, and I get them. I have them all the time. Am I adequate enough? Can I do this? Will anybody like this? Is anybody really going to even pay attention? Blah, 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 blah. Like literally all the things, okay? I want to make sure I move my notes out of the way so that I can see everything. Okay. So what this workshop, okay, this 3-day workshop is going to do, it's going to teach you how to manage your mindset, okay? Which that is what fills our mind with thoughts that are either going to defeat us or are going to be ones of victory, okay? So think about it in this way, that what I've learned over time is I always had that inner voice, that inner thought that just said nobody cares. I mean, I still get that. In preparing for this workshop, my mind literally said nobody cares. They don't even know why they're in this group. They don't even know. They're just supporting you because you asked them to join, but they're not going to participate. They could care less. They don't deal with this. It's just you, blah, 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 blah. And I know that not to be true because social media and life and all the things can be very, very messy and very complicated. So participating in a live like this is not always going to be what is on the forefront of people's minds. And I get that. And I have to allow grace and I have to allow space for that. Okay, I can't take that on. But that is something I've learned over time. Think about it. When is the last time that you said good things happen to other people, not me? Or even thought it? You see somebody over there. Lately I've been using Karen as a name, and I know it probably has a negative connotation, but good old Karen, we're just going to stick with it. But she's got it going on. Maybe she's got the body type that you want, or she has the job that you want, or she has the husband that you wish you had, or she's got the family life, all on the outside, okay? How much has it influenced you in either attaining the things that you want because you're so stuck on the things that you feel somebody else deserves and it's not meant for you, okay? Give me an amen in the comments, okay? Because you get it, okay? If you stay in that type of negative mindset, what it could cause you to do is stay in situations or a frame of mind that doesn't make you happy. And this is because you don't believe efforts to change would ever work out for you, okay? That is why we stay stuck. Literally why we stay stuck. It limits us in the number of chances that we are willing to take because we focus on the problems and all the things that could go wrong. It's human nature. It is. Okay? It would cause you to feel like you don't know what you want instead of listening to your heart and taking your dreams seriously. In my my business coaching program that I'm in right now, We're doing a social media marketing certification. So I will be a certified social media marketer at the end of this week because of all the work that we've been doing. And one of the last things that we had to do was create a vision board. Now, I have my vision board. I made it earlier in the year, and I based my vision board on words, not so much on things, because a lot, like my vision boards in the past had like my dream car. Well, I got my dream car. I got my dream car 2 years ago. Check. I don't have a vision of owning a home. I actually am like more of a free bird. I don't want, even though I know it's a great investment and all the other things. And now my husband and I are talking, and we might do that. So now I've got to start visualizing what kind of home. And sometimes I drive around the neighborhood and I'm just like, oh man, I love that house. I love that house, but I'll never be able to get qualified for that house because of student loans, or because of my divorce, is I'm still paying on things for my divorce almost 20 years later. That's a that's a podcast episode, let me tell you. Okay. I've gone to school. I have a master's degree. All of these things, it's like that I could put on my vision board, and there would be just things. But really, in order to get the things, you have to start with yourself. You have to start with your mindset, your frame of mind. So I chose mine to be words like believe. I really wanted to focus on my belief system in myself. Motivate was another word that I cut out. I really wanted this year to focus on motivating others, which I have accomplished. I actually have to redo my vision board for the last 3 months of the year, because so much of what is on there I have accomplished, and I did not make it about things, a vacation or any of that other stuff. Because I am able, I'm not trying to gloat, but I am able to do those things. I have a timeshare in Mexico. And now that I live in Texas, my husband and I were talking. I was like, I know what we're doing for spring break, because it's only an hour and a half flight. Here we go. I don't need to put that kind of stuff on there. But reframing my mindset is a huge vision that I have for myself. Okay? So think about taking your dreams seriously and taking the time to figure out what would actually make you happy, so that someone like you could achieve the dreams and the goals and remove the limiting beliefs that you actually want. So rather than listening to your heart, what I want you to do is spend more time thinking thoughts like, I know what I want. Instead of, I don't know what I want, I know what I want. Okay? Instead of, things feel so hard and confusing, you could change that to, goals will be clear and easy to attain. Okay? Instead of thinking, nothing ever works out for me, you could change that thought process that what is meant to be will work itself out. You see how just changing the negative to the positive will have a huge effect. Okay? So I want to share with you how to get out of these limiting beliefs systems that is blocking you from getting clear and blocking you and stopping you from believing you can achieve your goals. Okay? So first of all, you have to be willing to do some inner work, and I'm going to teach you how to do that in this workshop. Okay? I know that over the last 5 years, I have transformed my life and my way of thinking from someone who was deeply depressed, borderline suicidal. I literally had no direction in life. I spent more time than not looking at other women and trying to emulate them instead of doing the work they most likely had to do to become that version of themselves that I really wanted to be. Okay, that's deep right there. I had to do a lot of like inner work to get to the person that I am now, that has a purpose in my life. I've created multiple successful, passion-based, multi-six-figure businesses. I wake up feeling happy and peaceful like most days. The time of the month might be a little bit different, but I am like basically like hashtag highly emotional person. Like I'm in my emotions in the most positive way. And I do have a lot of good reasons to believe why things wouldn't work out for someone like me. Okay. So, I lost my father and my uncle in the same year to cancer. Okay. On the outside, I look like the most confident, happy, secure person, but oftentimes I feel like the outcast. Okay. I have suffered from severe depression and anxiety a majority of my life due to childhood traumas. Okay. And I have received more, we don't know what's wrong with you, but something is wrong with you diagnoses more times than I could even think. And then of course, that caused me to learn how to heal myself. Okay. There's a lot of good reasons to believe that I am unlucky. I know. I'm sure most people, if my husband heard me say that right now, he would probably jump in here and be like, what are you talking about? But the thing is that over time, I decided to no longer buy into it. I decided that I knew deep in my heart that we can overcome anything. I can overcome anything and have the life that I want. And I'm still on that journey. I am still on that journey. And that's why I decided to start creating, and I'm working on it, and they're going to be in my new shop in the next probably month or two. After Nashville, I'll have a very, very clear vision of journals that I want to create, because I hate journaling. I hate it. I hate it. I hate a blank page. But if I have the right kind of journal prompts, I could totally do it. But I'm not one that can just grab a blank notebook and just start writing. My ADHD brain gets in the way, okay? But you have to do it in order to get through the work. My life coach she's an angel to me. She was the one who got me to start this process, because I was I was like, all right, I'll work with you, but I'm not going to journal. I'm not going to journal, and I'm not going to meditate, and don't even think about breath work. But I had a limiting belief around it exposing me too much. And maybe you do too. You're like, ugh, I don't have time for that. Okay, well, by the end of this workshop, I am really, really confident that you're going to see the importance in it to help you work through the things that are stopping you from accomplishing the goals in your life. Okay, so what are limiting beliefs? Okay, a limiting belief is any negative or fear-based belief that limits your potential. Okay? There's stories that we tell ourselves about who we are, how the world works, what's even possible for us. And they're often based, hold on to your seats, on past pains. It's so true. Okay? So next is going to be how do limiting beliefs form? Okay, so we are all born into households with parents and a society that the world sees in a specific way. Parenting of today is different than parenting in my younger years, and it's different from when my mom was growing up, and so forth and so forth and so forth. And I feel that it's gotten worse because of the world around us. The world is considered a very hostile place. We want it to be a friendly one, but it's so hard for us all just to come together and be open and remove suspicion and remove fear. That's just not the world that we live in. Okay? Sometimes the world you personally in is celebrated and met with love, or it's met with empathy and even violence. Okay? And if for any reason that is at a environment that you're in, please talk to someone. Please contact someone and get out of that situation. Okay? We all have we have different experiences. Ideally, I would say that we're taught confidence. You can do it, like when you're learning to walk or when you're learning to ride a bike. I would hope that it's not met with negativity or shame that you couldn't learn to ride a bike or you can't swim or any of those other things. I would love to believe that everyone had loving experiences with adults who would tell them things like, you are amazing, I love you, I believe in you. But there are times that we're also taught insecurity, and that could be directly or indirectly. Maybe you've felt like nothing you did was ever good enough, or a sibling got more attention than you. Or maybe it's like you learned that because you were a girl, You were never going to be good at certain things, or you didn't need to learn certain things. I will give you a personal experience here in that my dad was a father of 4 girls. We all believed we were his favorite. It was me. It was totally me. Because I was named after his mother. I have to be his favorite. But anyways, if my sisters watch this, they're going to text me and be like, no girl, it was me. But, the one thing that I love about my dad and my mom, but they taught us to be very independent, to not be dependent on a man, to not be dependent, because my dad was like a one-of-a-kind kind of guy, and I feel that because he raised daughters, he obviously had no clue what it was to raise a son, but he also kind of felt like, in his words, that a lot of the boys around us were pansies because they couldn't change a tire, they couldn't change the oil in their car. They were not, at least the boys we brought around, were not like dirt under their nails kind of guys, which my dad was like, he was a man's man. And he was probably true. When I think about some of the boys that I brought home, they were accountants, and they were like very proper, preppy. I don't know what you want to call it. But again, they had a life that I wanted because we did not have that kind of money. So that was what I was attracted to. I wanted that. What was the Jordan, like, I don't know what it was. But anyways, there was something with a penguin or whatever it was. I wanted that lifestyle, okay? And I grew up watching 80s movies, all right? So, like, just think about it. Like, the Molly Ringwald of, Breakfast Club. Like, I wanted that lifestyle. But anyways, so my dad taught us. I know how to mow a lawn. I know how to change the oil in my car. I know how to change a tire. Do I want to do it? No. But he did not at least he did not instill in me that because you're a girl, you have to do certain things. I know how to do it all. I want the man to do all the things, and luckily I have a husband that will. But I always know that if it really came down to it, I'm not going to wait for someone I'm going to figure it out. I'm going to do it. I'm going to, and it took my dad teaching me that. All right. Maybe you're taught that successes come from working in an office and having a fancy title. Being an entrepreneur and having your own business is the rage right now. But there are still a lot of people that look at it like you do not have a job. And if they're saying, okay, so what is it that you do? No, but really, what do you do for work? And maybe you're in network marketing, or maybe you are a coach like myself where you don't have a brick and mortar. You do everything online. It could be any myriad of things, but there are still a lot of people that have tunnel vision on, and it's like, well, you don't have a real job. And those comments can start to, well, maybe I don't, can get in your head. Maybe I don't. Maybe I do need to go get another job, maybe you were taught that success and money is for other people, not for someone like you, but just for other people. Those other people that grew up in the same neighborhood as you. I do remember those people. Okay, these experiences are sometimes passed on verbally and other times through body language or even genetically, believe it or not. Okay, research has shown that trauma, which is ultimately repressed emotion, can be passed through bloodlines, which explains a lot about what my parents went through as children and as young adults. And getting married and all that, it would be inevitable that me and my sisters all have trauma that is come through like bloodlines. It's just, it's inherently carrying on. Okay, so as children who come into the world as blank slates, we inevitably push up against our parents and teachers' ideas of how the world works, what's right and what's wrong. Okay. Each time that we have felt rejected of who we are, our ideas, our desires, our needs, we feel pain. This is trauma, no matter how big or how small, because it makes us feel unsafe. Okay? In that painful experience of not feeling safe, we blame ourselves for the pain. Okay, this is me getting you to understand the deep root of what limiting beliefs are. Because then when we blame ourselves for the pain, it's our fault. We start creating limiting beliefs and behaviors that help us fit in and receive love and resources we need to survive. We are overcompensating for the trauma. Okay? So, excuse me. As a result of all of this, we dial down our unique qualities. We try to blend in. We learn to play it safe. We learn what it means to be a good girl. We adapt to the rules of what our family and society sees as necessary, all for the sake of surviving, just surviving in the world. Okay? Why am I talking about all of this? Because rewriting your limiting beliefs and healing your past is the very exciting work of realizing there's nothing wrong with you. And there never was. It's like some deep, deep work. What I'm offering, what I'm going to be giving you guys in these, next couple days is really going to be some light bulb moment. Okay, because that's how passionate it is. I'm willing to give this to you all for free. Okay, you were just simply exposed to a limited worldview. And now you get to change it. You get to create the kind of life that you want. It is never too late. Okay? I want you to get that through your head. It is never too late. I don't care if you are 18 or you're 88. It is never too late. Okay? The best way to rewrite limiting beliefs and heal your emotions is through journaling. Okay? I have created a journal. This is my introduction into creating some journals that is going to be a free resource for you. I will be dropping the bit.ly in the link in the comments, okay? And I want you to print it out. It's like 6 pages, okay? 5 if you don't count the last page talking about all the exciting things to come that will be launching on my new branded website. All a part of me removing limiting beliefs and feeling like I need to be like other people. And I'm so excited, okay? But the reason why I created it is to help you do the inner work so that you can create a life as unique as you, rather than spending your life wanting things you don't believe you can have, okay? It's a 4-step process that I've used to help you erase limiting beliefs, to step into your purpose, and to create a life where anything is possible. And we're going to start the 4 steps tomorrow, okay? We're going to start with how to reprogram limiting beliefs. Now, I want to preface this. I want to say that I am rolling this out into a launch of a 2-week program. It's not really a program. I would say it's a 2-week workshop. It's a do it at your own pace. It's going to be in a separate Facebook group. I'm going to be I'm still working on the names, but it's basically like a remove the emotional reins kind of thing. And I'll have it all in here, and I'll have a landing page, and y'all can sign up. But I want you guys to stop and realize and think about the potential that this 2 weeks could have for you. Like I said, there's going to be meal plans. I'm able to create meal plans. If you're gluten-free, dairy-free, you have a very busy life, or you just want good old-fashioned regular. They're beautiful. They've got delicious, easy recipes. I know that we're dealing with a lot of things out there in the world that, makes, like, sometimes your shelves might be a little bit bare, but these are very delicious. The whole family can enjoy them meals, but you're going to get 2 meal plans for the 2 weeks. You are going to get links for easy, workouts, okay? So everybody has their own thing that they do. I go to the gym, I do the Beachbody workouts, I do the Peloton, but I was like, when is the last time I did yoga or I did stretching? So those are going to be, I'm not filming them, I'm not doing them, I'm going to pull them from YouTube, but we're going to have basically 3 to 4 days where there will be a posted workout, and it's going to be some sort of a meditation, and meditating would be like you're just laying there. You tune everybody out, and you're just going to meditate on maybe some of the work we've already done. But anyways, and then of course I will go live twice, the one for question and answer, and then of course a more in-depth workshop like this. And then there's going to be giveaways. I'm going to be giving away some one of my favorite journals, and I think a couple healthy products. And to get into this group, it's going to be $47. So I'm going to be posting the link to sign up to get on the list starting later today. And I just want you to think about it. A $47 investment to get 2 meal plans that are yours, that you can interchange, that you can always have at your fingertips, that are really going to help, like, kind of like, they're like gut healing, cleansing meals. We have to clean from the inside out. It can't just be our mind. A lot of trauma is held in our gut. Okay? So I'm just working out the final little details of what it's called, but it's something that I really want to share with you all. I will be sharing it with everybody in the world, but I really want to share it with you in this community. It's $47 investment to get 2 weeks of my time that would normally cost you about $1,000. Okay? So I will be dropping all the details in here, and I will see you guys tomorrow at 9 a.m. Where I start the process on these 4 steps to help you erase limiting beliefs. And I will drop the link to the journal prompts packet in the comments. Okay? So with that being said, I absolutely appreciate and honor all of you for being a part of this community, for showing up, for watching this, and I hope for also joining me in that 2-week program that will start next week. It will start on the 20th. I need the distraction because my daughter will be at college and she won't be in my home. So I definitely am going to need the distraction myself because I'm going to be down to one baby left in this house. But yeah, it'll start the 20th. It'll run for 2 weeks. And everybody who signs up will get access to the grocery list and all the other things well ahead of time. But please sign up using that link. And if you are like, I really want to know more about what it is, just drop 2 weeks in the comments because I'm drawing a blank as to what we're calling it. I have all the notes right here because it's journal prompts. I'm going to be sharing recipes of spa treatments, like all kinds of things. I'll be going live about it a lot later on in the day, on my main page, on my business page, on Instagram, because I'm really passionate about it. Okay, but with that being said, you are fierce. You are beautiful. I honor you for being a part of this community. It warms my heart. I truly have love for all of you. And I cannot wait to share with you all the amazing nuggets that I have for day 2 of how to remove these limiting beliefs, your comprehensive guide on, identifying and removing them. Okay, because that's going to help you step into your highest version of yourself. All right, so see you all tomorrow.